Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Kabir Considers. In this video, we're going to react to President Biden making a series of mistakes at a crucial press conference. So there's been lots of talk about Biden, about is he too old? Does he have the mental capacity to run again? There was the debate last week, maybe it was a week and a half ago, with him and Trump. And, he made a bunch of mistakes there as well. It's like, I try not to say, people shouldn't be allowed to do things because of their age or anything like that. I think, credibility and ability should be the things that determine it. But it is looking like he just doesn't have it. It's looking like mentally he's just deteriorating. I hope that's not the case. Maybe he's just tired, maybe he's had a lack of sleep. Like you, when we don't get enough sleep, mentally we're not at our sharpest. So perhaps that's what it is. But yeah, he just keeps making these kinds of errors. So, and I think, these ones that we're about to see were particularly bad. So I don't know, we'll see. Hopefully they weren't as bad as the media's making out, because they're talking about it a lot on the radio. I was listening to it in the shower. Hopefully they've been exaggerated, but yeah, let's find out.
And now I want to hand it over to the president of Ukraine, who has as much courage as he has determination. Ladies and gentlemen, President Putin. President Putin. He's going to beat President Putin. President Zelensky. I'm so focused on beating Putin, we got to worry about it. Anyway. Mr. President,
I'm better.
You are a hell of a lot better.
What concerns do you have about Vice President Harris's ability to beat Donald Trump if she were at the top of the ticket?
Look, I wouldn't have picked Vice President Trump to be vice president, but I think she was not qualified to be president. So let's start there. Number one.
Vice President
The fact
Harris.
is that the consideration is that I think I'm the most qualified person to run for president. I beat him once, and I will beat him again. I'm ready to deal with him now and 3 years from now. Look, like I said,
I'm sorry, man. If I was his son or grandson or related, like nephew, I would be saying, Grandpa, don't do it. Like, this is clearly a guy who, he's 80. He's like 81 or something. He's on his, it's normal, it's natural. You're not who you used to be at 81, and he's clearly got some kind of mental thing going on here. The way he just loses track.
I'm ready to deal with him now and 3 years from now. Look, like I said, I'm dealing with Xi right now. And direct contact with him. I have no good reason to talk to Putin right now. There's not much that he is prepared to do in terms of accommodating any change in his behavior. But there isn't any world leader I'm not prepared to deal with. But I understand the generic point is Putin ready to talk? I'm not ready to talk to Putin unless Putin's ready to change his
God, he really reminds me of my granddad, towards the end, honestly. Just the movements and yeah, man, and just the way he stares off into the distance. I don't know, guys. I'm neither right or left. I'm somewhere in the middle. Obviously, I'm not American, so I'm not gonna vote, but I don't know. What do you guys think here? He clearly has some kind of cognitive decline.
Behavior. Last time I talked to Putin was trying to get him to work on an arms control agreement related to nuclear weapons in space. That didn't go very far. I've taken 3 significant and intense neurological exams by a neurologist. In each case, as recently as February. Significant and intense neurological exams by a neurologist. In each case, as recently as February. And they say I'm in good shape, okay? although I do have a little problem with my left foot because it's not as sensitive because I broke my foot and didn't wear the boot. But I'm good. I've got to finish this job. I've got to finish this job because there's so much at stake. And if you look,
He seemed so much sharper just a couple of years ago. Like, it seems like it's been quite a steep degradation of his mental ability.
to my schedule since I made that stupid mistake in the campaign in the debate. I mean, my schedule has been full bore.
You earlier explained confidence in your vice president.
Yes.
If your team came back and showed you data that she would fare better against former President Donald Trump, would you reconsider your decision to stay in the race?
No, unless they came back and said, there's no way you can win.
But that's what she just said.
No one's saying that. No poll says that.
Oh, God almighty. Oh, my God. Like, honestly, guys, I have no dog in this fight. I really don't. But you cannot watch that and honestly say he is a man with the sharpness to lead, you know, the strongest economy, largest military in the world. Like, unless he's completely different behind the scenes with the cameras off, he's just maybe it's nerves. But then I'm trying to find an excuse for him, but I think we've seen enough now it's clear as day that he has some kind of cognitive decline. I would love to see, he said that he took 3 intense medical exams. I would love to see the results of those. I would love it if he published them. He should publish them because I think if it's true that they found him completely fine, it would aid his political campaign if he just released the evidence. But I actually feel quite a little bit, I don't want to say I feel sorry for the US president, but he needs to be, I think someone in his family, it's hard because if your granddad is the president, you know, you're so proud of that. The highest office in the land. I get it. You don't want to give that up. But potentially the stress of the job is making the cognitive decline even worse because he's having to make all of these important decisions every single day. That stress, that mental load is probably making the decline even worse. You know, if he was just chilling out somewhere on a ranch, you know, just hanging out with his family and his buddies, it would probably be a lot more of a shallow decline. I don't know, because can you imagine him in another 4 years? Like 4 years ago, he was a lot sharper. He was, man. Imagine him in another 4 years. And the period of time we're heading into, it's going to be, honestly, there is going to be a lot of major issues happening over the next between 2 and 3 years, honestly, you know, with Russia, Ukraine, with what's going on in the, you know, with the Israel situation. You know, I think China is probably going to invade Taiwan. It's just, there's a lot going on and we need a strong president. I don't know if Joe Biden's that guy. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.